Devil May Cry.
So the history of the entity blocking gens in DBD is really fascinating, of course.
Hey everyone, today we're discussing could Dante defeat every killer in Dead by Daylight. So yeah, now with the addition of Witcher being added to the palette as a skin collection,
Fuck.
I had this idea. What if they were to add Dante from Devil May Cry up against the entity and its roster of killers? How well would the legendary demon hunter wear against them? And to make this matchup interesting, Dante has no weapons when he enters the fog. Then entity likes to takes away people's weapons unless they are killers. So Dante will be fighting barehanded. However, he will have Devil Trigger, Sin Devil Trigger, and all his other strength and speed feats. So first up, we have the first wave of killers. These ones are mainly just normal human beings with minor supernatural abilities. These ones should not be a problem for Dante. He clears them rather easily and puts them in a combo video.
Smoking sexy style!
Even with Dante being heavily nerfed by not having his weapons, he still easily can take out over half of the DBD roster, considering most of them are just normal human beings with minor superhuman strength or other buffs given them by the entity. Dante has built some ridiculous shit in the games, even without his weapons, like him letting himself be swallowed by a demon plant just to flex on it by holding its mouth open with his bare hands, taking a beat down from Nero, and surviving a multiple stab wounds with his own sword, the Rebellion. And he's also survived a stab wound from the Yamato,
Let's end this, Dante.
which is stated be able to cut through dimensions. So we've established the fact that Dante can take a hit, and as we have discussed, Dante can easily take out people who are just blunt instruments, who only strength is just, well, super strength. Dante easily outscales everyone in DBD. Every basic M1 killer pretty much is fodder for Dante. And with his insane healing factor, Dante would probably be immune to something like plagues, poison. But when it comes to more supernatural killers, our demon hunter might have some issues. First, let's get over the ones I believe Dante has relatively no problem with. Depending on the version of Michael, he is either unkillable being or a very durable man. And I believe Dead by Daylight's version of Michael is the original timeline version of him, so he would be unkillable. While Michael Myers is likely unkillable thanks to the Cult of Thorn, he still can be knocked down and detained, which has been done in the movies by regular humans, by teenagers, by cops. So I feel like Dante has no problem with smacking Michaels a couple of times and let him regenerate, and if he comes back, he'll just do it again. Because Michael doesn't have anything that could use to hurt Dante. He is strong, but not strong enough. And the same thing can be said for Springtrap. His power set is very similar to Michael Myers, with him being relatively immortal, but lacking any amount of strength to hurt Dante. There's a reason why William only targets children. Next up, we have the evil residents. I'm of course talking about Nemesis and Wesker. Both of them have superhuman strength, superhuman speed, especially Wesker, who has shown to be able to so fast that it looks like he's teleporting, but they both have been defeated and killed. Wesker being dumped in a volcano, and Nemesis having to be used a railgun to be killed. And this is where Dante's devil forms come to play. With Sin Devil Trigger, Dante is able to create a mini black hole. And that could be what he uses to kill Nemesis and Wesker. With a black hole, Nemesis has nothing he can use to mutate off of, and Wesker's healing factor cannot tank that much damage. And now that we're talking about Sin Devil Trigger, let's just quickly gloss over these guys, because, well, with Sin Devil Trigger, Dante just thumps them. I feel like there's nothing really. And now we're only left with the big guys. These are the strongest ones in the Dead by Daylight verse. How will the Devil Hunter survive against these gods? Let's start out with the weakest one of the bunch, Dracula. And sadly, he's not gonna get far. Dante has already killed a vampire in Nevan in Devil May Cry 3, who is a vampiric succubus. I feel like Tepesh is gonna fall. Next up, we have Diddy's #1 soldier, Freddy. And for Freddy, this is an interesting matchup considering the dream world. But Freddy has been shown to be vulnerable outside of it. So I'd say it's a coin toss. If Dante managed to pull Freddy into the real world, Freddy is dead. Freddy can't do shit against Dante. However, if he invades Dante's dreams, then I say it's not a stomp, but Freddy is at an advantage considering he is close to a god in the dream world. Although he is nerfed in Dead by Daylight, in the movies his power is almost unlimited. Next up, we have the Cenobite. Pinhead is similar to Freddy in the sense that they both are immensely powerful in their own realms. But the difference is Pinhead is still immensely powerful in the real world. Pinhead is relatively immortal in his own domain. However, they can still be killed. And Dante is a demon hunter after all, and Cenobites are demons. Pinhead's chains move faster than lightning, but however, Dante is even faster, with him being able to keep up with Virgil, who moves so fast that time stops for him. And even if the chains were to hit Dante, he would simply tank them. His strength and durability, as we have gone over, is so much more than the Cenobite can throw at him. And if Dante can keep the fight in the human world, I think he has a fair shot. Next up, we have Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head is an interesting case since that he's not really a physical threat. Obviously, he is strong and imposing, but he's more a mental, with him haunting James Sunderland due to his dense. And, well, Dante bears a lot of guilt and trauma, which I think could manifest the Pyramid Head. So I believe Dante can't brute force his way out of it. I believe that he would either have to confront his own traumas or die by the Pyramid Head's hand. In a physical matchup, of course, Dante would beat the living shit out of him. But this being a mental fight, it might be closer than we think. And as our second last killer, we have Dredge. Dredge is an embodiment of pure evil. He's pure darkness manifested. When he was born, he wiped out an entire town. And his body is the remnants of that town. They're people. The sounds you hear during nightfall are the screams of his victims. Dredge is an eldritch horror. Something that I think can't even be killed. So the only thing Dante could do is simply stall it. There is no say if he could actually kill Dante, but neither can Dante kill Dredge. They're in a stalemate to an extent. But I unironically kinda lean towards Dredge, especially Dante without his weapons. And as our final killer, we have the Archlich himself, Vecna. Vecna is something else. He might be nerfed to a puddle in Dead by Daylight, but in his full power, he's a conqueror of dimensions, able to be a multiversal threat at his lowest. And I'm sorry, but Dante is fighting a uphill battle with this one. Especially him not having his weapons. His devil triggers won't matter, especially if Vecna is full powered. Dante is getting wiped. Well, there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry if I kind of glossed over some killers, but I made a tier list, so I feel like this would be like a better way of telling how I'd feel about the matchups. But yep, tell me how you guys think Dante would fare in Dead by Daylight, or what other characters should I do? Anyway, like and subscribe, and yeah, hope you guys have a good one. Bye.